I had the whole thing with Eminem, like he wanted to do the song and stuff. And so I was in Detroit to do a show, and they reached out. I don't remember how, but they were like, Eminem wants you to come by the studio and like say hi. So I was like, all right, cool. So we were on the way there. We were in the SUV, not the SUV, the what do you call it? The big Sprinter? Mercedes Sprinter, yeah. And bro, I remember I had to pull over and shit in someone's yard on the way to Eminem's because bro, and it was so fucked up too because it was one of those things where like you were it was feeling like you have the first initial where you're like you're like nah, I can make it, and then immediately you're like maybe I can't, and then immediately after those two moments it went to, you know what, we need to stop right now. And I went and I said, hey, can you pull off? Because I gotta go to the bathroom and I got to do it now. And the guy's like, sure. He goes, dude. And the guy's like, which way you want to go? I'm like, bro, don't ask me shit. I'm gonna shit myself. You know what I mean? I'm not doing anything but concentrate on not letting my anus open, like having a conversation with you. This Sprinter's fucked. Yeah. So I said, yeah, just you figure it out, And then there's right and left off of the freeway. Right, there's a hospital. Okay, left, there's I don't know because we don't know where we are, right? So he goes right or left, and I don't hear him, and he goes left. And I'm like, well, one thing's for sure, hospitals have toilets. Yeah. So I go like this, pull over. Like, you got to do this now. We're going to guess. Call that. I'm going to shit. So he pulls over. I open the thing. I run into somebody's yard. And it was like in Detroit, in the outskirts of Detroit. So people had like property, like it was a nice place. And I just squat down.
My sister lives in the suburbs of Detroit. Shit. Might have been her lawn.
Dude, when I left, I was like, they're going to think a mountain lion came by. And, bro, and I got back into the Sprinter and I fucking went and I met Eminem, and he has no idea that I took a shit in someone's yard before I met him.
How much FaceTime you actually go though?
A long time. We were probably there for an hour and a half.
Just kicking it, talking about whatever?
So cool.
Any particular information you glean? Because keep in mind, I'm in the hip hop world, and almost nobody, including like media professionals, including like the pop and rappers from Detroit, almost nobody gets FaceTime with Eminem. He does not go out in public. He does not do anything.
He likes comedians.
He really likes comedians. He likes, when I did that thing, when I did the impression of him, and then he was like, he retweeted it, and then they wanted to put me on the song where he played me and I played him, which is fucking still crazy, by the way. I showed up in the studio, and he saw me, and he started rapping my impression of him, and I was like, what a trip, this shit, like this life is crazy. Wow. And he was doing it, and then he sat down. We talked for an hour and a half. It was unbelievable, man. Like I got to the point where I was like, all right, well, I don't want to keep your time. And they're like, nah, stay. So yeah, and he was talking about rapping and how he came up, and critics, and how and his tour life. Like, we covered it all. It was crazy.
And you shook his hand without washing your hands. You had just been clutching your own ass cheeks, pulling them apart in a squat stance in somebody's yard, taking a shit.
I don't think that's necessary.
You know what? I don't know.
That's how I'm seeing it.
I don't know. And I hope I washed my hands.
Right.
Yep.
But you might not have. And he's like a bit of a germaphobe, so I don't. I might hit him even a little bit harder.
But I'll tell you, I'll go further. Bro, it was clean how I did it. Like, if somebody doesn't wash their hands after they go to the bathroom, I would put the trust in them. Like, all right, well, they were there and did the thing. They know if they have to wash their hands. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I'm not a germ guy.
Yeah.
But like, shitting is a different story. But pissing, I don't give a fuck at all. My penis is clean as shit.
I think it's dirtier to touch the faucet that might have been handled by the junkie who came into Starbucks. Yeah. I wash my hands on the way into the bathroom in case I touch something dirty and I don't want to put it on my.
I'm very confident the reverse is clean.
Yeah.